In the latest chapters of Boruto, we get to see Naruto's final form, the Baryon mode. And I say it's his final form because this form is supposed to kill him if he uses it. His opponent, Ishiki Otsutsuki, the most powerful being in the entire Naruto universe that we have seen thus far. More powerful than Momoshiki and more powerful than Kaguya. Naruto's form is similar to nuclear fusion, as explained by Kurama, which is basically when two atoms are smashed together to create a new, heavier atom, which produces a vast amount of energy. A baryon is essentially a subatomic particle, and that's why Naruto's new form is called the Baryon mode, because it's like nuclear fusion, which involves smashing subatomic particles together. It's different than nuclear fission, which is what we use to create energy currently on planet Earth, which instead of fusing atoms, instead splits them in order to create energy. As we saw in Boruto chapter 52, Naruto activates for the first and possibly last time his Baryon mode, which gives him a tremendous increase in chakra, so much so that Sasuke on the sidelines simply can't believe it. More than just chakra, Naruto also gains incredible speed and strength. Ishiki, who is incredible at physical combat, charges in at Naruto and gets elbowed to the ground immediately, then striking him away, and nobody can believe it, not even Ishiki. Sasuke acknowledges that Naruto is even stronger than Ishiki. In their previous encounters, Naruto in his Kurama mode did not stand even the slightest chance against Ishiki, but now in his new form begins landing blow after blow against the leader of the Kara. Ishiki even shoots out high-speed chakra rods at Naruto, who catches them in an instant. Rods that were so fast that even Sasuke's Sharingan can't even catch it. And it looked at this point that Naruto was going to beat Ishiki, but before we knew it, Naruto collapsed to the ground and his flames of chakra started to run out. The energy cost of the form was much steeper than Naruto expected, and he doesn't have much time left on this earth. Now we get an explanation from Kurama as to what exactly the form is. I don't know when Kurama got his PhD in physics, but he explains that this form is similar to nuclear fusion, which is essentially when you heat particles up so hot that when you launch them at each other at high speeds, they will smash together, fuse, and create energy. Essentially, Naruto and Kurama are smashing their chakra together in order to create a new chakra. But in order to smash that chakra together, it requires a tremendous amount of original chakra. Nuclear fusion is something that scientists are trying to perfect today because it could be the source of clean energy that could power the Earth for millions of years. However, currently, with our current technology, it requires far more energy to create nuclear fusion than it produces. This is why the world is still running on nuclear fission, splitting atoms to create energy. Now, nuclear fission can create a nuclear meltdown, which is like Chernobyl. So when I first got the translations for the raw scans of Boruto chapter 52, I thought that Naruto was essentially going to turn into a bomb, but no, he is not going to explode at all. Not unless he's somehow able to use nuclear fission to split apart the smashed chakras that Naruto and Kurama are making together, which I guess could turn him into a bomb or overheat his body. But that also could be a way that Naruto survives. He didn't die in this chapter, and we're led to believe that he is going to die because he used this form. But if there's a way to apply nuclear fission to Naruto's new form, he could potentially split apart from Kurama again and survive. As the battle continues, we see Ishiki start to spit up blood. What's happening is Ishiki's lifespan is diminishing. Without a proper body to control his immense chakra, the body would only have a few days to survive, which is why he needs Kawaki's body so badly. As we saw, he took over Jigen's body, but he estimated that Jigen's body is not a powerful enough vessel to house his immense chakra, giving him up to only 3 days to live. As he begins fighting Naruto, he estimates he has around 20 hours left to live before he can resurrect within Kawaki and gain a new vessel. But after doing combat with Naruto for a while, he realizes that he only has around 30 minutes left to live. Kurama knows that Ishiki's lifespan is short, and that's why he selected the Baryon mode. The Baryon mode, which shortens your lifespan and kills you, also shortens the lifespan of anyone you come in contact with. This is because all chakras are connected. This is why Kurama told Naruto not to go all out, instead to just land hits. Don't go for finishing blows, just essentially box him and land as many strikes as you can, because with each strike, it's going to shorten his lifespan. Kuruma's idea was essentially to have a race for who would die first. Instead of a battle of attrition, seeing who would be tougher in a long drawn out fight, Kuruma instead went for a gamble, the Baryon mode. Ishiki realizes that his attacks aren't doing damage per se. That's not the reason he's coughing up blood and his lifespan is shortening. It's not the force that's the issue, it's getting hit with them that's the problem. Essentially, because Ishiki's lifespan is so short, the Baryon mode is the perfect counter in this battle. Land enough hits that it shrinks his lifespan to 0, and before he knows it, he only has less than 10 minutes left on his lifespan. But as we saw from the end of the chapter, he grabbed Naruto's neck and saw the connection between Naruto and Kawaki via Kawaki's prosthetic arm that Naruto had gave him. Using that, he was able to teleport Kawaki to the battlefield, and it looks like in the next chapter, he's going to attempt to take over Kawaki's body. Kuruma said that if you use this form, you will die, but I don't see any reason why Naruto can't just exit the form whenever he wants. They're trying to say that Naruto and Kuruma are essentially fused together, but if it's the same principle as nuclear fusion, then potentially he could use the same principle as nuclear fission to split them apart. So in essence, Naruto should be able to use his last bit of chakra to split the form apart and survive. This form only worked because Ishiki's lifespan was so short. It's a highly inefficient form because Naruto only seemed to last about a minute or so before it seemed like his chakra dwindled down to 0. He was able to land a bunch of strikes, reducing Ishiki's life from 20 hours to 10 minutes, but against any opponent that isn't old and on the verge of dying, the form just seems like you're basically killing yourself in 1 minute for a relatively small power boost. It's definitely nothing comparable to Might Guy's 8 gates opening. So the form itself really isn't that great of a form. It gives you a short burst of energy and chakra, and basically you only have enough time in that form to reduce the opponent's lifespan by 1 day. In fact, not even 1 day, only about 20 hours worth. So why would you ever use a form that kills yourself just to remove 1 day off your opponent's lifespan? Might Guy's 8 gates opening is way more efficient in that you get a finishing move that costs you your life. Whereas the Baryon mode essentially is just a very bad form. It just happened to be the perfect form for this occasion and this opponent, which would explain 100% why Kuruma would never tell Naruto about this form. I'm Mastar. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon for the next Boruto chapter.